Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Julie Hedges, and my co-host, Neshi Lowcott's here. We are live on the tarot journey tonight. Let me see if I can get into my camera a little bit better here. Get myself adjusted. Yeah.
How's that?
Welcome. So here we are. This is Viewer Appreciation Night on the tarot journey. Hi, Violet. Glad to see you this evening. Rob's in the house. I want to ask if you would take an opportunity tonight. I'm going to share the broadcast on your device. Debbie is here. Yay. So I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to try to do this live. See how this goes. To share the Tarot Journey show. Maybe on your own timeline or maybe to a group. There we go. Please join me for Viewer Appreciation Night. That was actually easy. I was having some technical difficulties as I was getting ready for tonight. I'm not so tech savvy, but welcome. Welcome, everyone. Rochelle is here. Thank you for being here on the Tarot Journey tonight. It is Viewer Appreciation Night, so that means it's all about you. And so we're going to have some readings tonight. We're going to have some giveaways. We're going to have some special things going on. Hi, Julie Shumway Hill. And as we always do, as we're getting collected, the inspiration for this particular show, this is kind of a year wrap-up of 2018. This is my last show of the year. And so I wanted to do something special for all of the viewers. Hi, Carla Jo. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So it's going to be readings all tonight if you are looking for some guidance or an uplifting message for your heart. I'm going to talk just a little bit about Venus retrograde as she's now finally out of her shadow period. So you can kind of maybe in your journal go back and look at that as you are revisiting the year. Thank you for joining me tonight, Neshi. You are doing double duty after...
Well, I just left Paul Krause's show, right?
Yes.
He said that what we should have tried to do is get you to do a high five kind of thing, and so that it was like a tag team.
Oh, hey! I wish I could figure out how to do that. Wouldn't that be something? Yes. Thank you, Stephanie. A holly jolly night on the tarot journey. Happy December. Yes. Thank you. Hi, Anne. Rob says, "Here's a 2018 good riddance." Yes. Yes, I can understand that. So if we want to take a moment to just pause, to get into the sacred space, because what we do here on the Tarot Journey is soul work. Maybe you're listening to the messages for someone else. Maybe you're listening to me talk a little bit about the tarot or introduce the card topics or maybe talk about astrology, but you're really doing soul work. So when we are doing soul work, I always want to set a sacred space. And so I'm going to do that with sacred breath tonight. So if you want to put your feet on the floor, I'm getting myself where I can put both feet on the floor and just your shoulders and kind of shake out the day. And if you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath in, all the way to the tips of your toes and down into Grandmother Earth. And exhale. And another deep breath in, filling your whole chest cavity. And imagine that breath going all the way to the tips of your fingers and beyond. And exhale. And another breath. Imagine it filling your whole body all the way to the crown of your head and beyond. And exhale. And finally, a deep breath into your whole heart center, your whole torso. Filling it up, filling it up, filling it up. Like a big balloon. And when you exhale, exhale a balloon of light all the way around you, whatever color that is. And just take a moment to maybe invite your team, your angels, ancestors, and allies to be with you tonight as we are doing sacred work on the tarot journey. This is Viewer Appreciation Night with lots of fun, uplifting messages and prizes and giveaways and surprises. So we're ready here. I want to tell you about a book deal I have going on, and so I'm going to give this a solo for just a second here. The Tarot Journey Volume 1. It's full of my tarot tips and tools from my many years of working with the tarot. We talk about the care and feeding of your tarot deck. It is a self-study guide, so you can take the chapters piece by piece, and right away you can put to use some of the things that you learn. But it's more of a self-exploratory book. I take the ancient tarot and bring it into modern life, and then you take the journey from there. In the back of the book, I have some layouts to try. These I have used extensively in my practice, and I'm sharing them with you. I hope that they are a blessing to you. So the special is, from now through the end of the year, $22. That is a copy of the Tarot Journey Volume 1. I will ship it anywhere in the United States for you. And I'm also doing a special 3-card tarot reading in email. And it's a pretty robust reading. It's about 700 words. I mean, I really go full on for your question, the question that is on your heart. So I invite you to take a look at that deal if that is in your on your list for this year or for next year to get started on your own tarot journey. So there we are. I also wanted to share with you, I am a poet. I'm a published poet. I'm going to give this one a solo too. Here is one of my poems that is available on my poetry website, www.juliesoliloquy.com. And so I wanted to read it and share it with you, but please, I invite you to go out to the poetry website. I am a published poet. One of my most recent poems was published in the December edition of Star Nations magazine. This one is on my website, though. And these are the times we need love. Bold, climbing ivy love, messy mud puddle love, swinging in starlight love, old age hand-holding love, newborn sugar smell love, foaming salt spray love, verdant mossy dew love, galloping plains love, crystal prism love, radiant candle love, hot whisper breath love, clear fragrant love, tiny bulbous finger love, cotton candy coated sticky love. Do not miss a thing. Do not miss love.
It's a good one.
Oh, thank you. That was my tribute to all of the ways that I could think of there to experience love. I know the Greeks have many different words for the concept of love. We, in the English language, really have one main word for love, but all of the different ways that you can think of it and experience it is what I wanted to say there. And before we get started, I wanted to take us back a little bit. Let's hop in the Wayback Machine and just go back a few months to September. Let's go back to September 2nd. Maybe you started hearing in September about this thing called Venus retrograde. Oh, what's that? Venus, the planet of love and money. A lot about love, a lot about money. But at the core, Venus is all about self-value. So Venus is love, appreciation, beauty, artistry, romance, flirting, sensuality, all of those things, enjoyment, luxury. But at the very deep core, Venus is all about appreciation and what do you love. So reading that poem about the different ways to express love, those are all Venus things. So let me bring up Venus. So what is Venus? Here we have Venus is the goddess of love, and that is her symbol. So her symbol is the hand mirror. So you can see the round there. I'm going to give us all a side-by-side here. So here is Venus. So we're in our Wayback Machine, and we went back to September 2nd. You might have started hearing or reading blog posts about Venus retrograde. So on September 2nd started what's called the shadow period. Well, what does that mean? Well, first, briefly about retrograde. From our vantage point on terra firma, when we look up in the sky, it appears that a planet is moving backward. That's not really the case, but from our vantage point, the way our orbit goes, the way that planet's orbit goes, it appears that the planet is moving backward. That's retrograde. And energetically and spiritually, that indicates a time of going within. It's also typically a time of, instead of expanding outward energies, more gathering inward, introspective. All of the re-words that you can think of apply to retrograde. So relearn, rethink, review, reassess, reevaluate, reappear. Reappear, that's a good one for Venus retrograde. Old loves might reappear. And the purpose of that really is to see how far you have come from that. Okay, so we're in our Wayback Machine. September 2nd is the shadow period, meaning Venus is slowing down in the sky and she's getting ready to turn around. So at that time, it's kind of like when you are ready to go on a journey, you don't just pick up your coat and walk out the doors. Especially, Neshi got back from her weekend away. So I'm sure, did you pack your bag for the weekend or did you just walk out the door with your purse?
I barely had enough time to pack my bag before we had to leave. So no, I did actually pack a bag. It was very quickly done. But I also had my list of certain things I knew I wanted to take. But it was done really quickly.
Okay, thank you. So see, if you're going on a journey, you're going to need some things to take with you. Certainly some toiletries and some clothes, we hope, right? So during the shadow period, Venus is gathering things together for her retrograde journey. And what does that mean for you? Well, we all have Venus in our astrological charts somewhere. And as she is roaming around the sky up there, she is also interacting with our blueprint, our spiritual chart, our solar and natal chart of the time and date and place we were born. So she was moving in your energy field as well as up in the sky, because we know the Hermetic principle, as above, so below. So gathering all that up. So think back to September. What issues about love and money and appreciation and self-value and real property, your possessions, came up for you? Can you think of anything, Nishi?
I'm just thinking now, September.
I know.
No, September. Well, we had the class here in September with Minnie and I. And I know that I got my new card deck that month too, the one that we've been using. So that's significant.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show this one. Let's see here. Rob says, in the Ptolemaic model, it is moving backwards. Science has moved on, but the model still has use beyond astrology, navigation, sidereal calendar, for example. Yes, talking about retrograde,
Mm-hmm.
retrograde. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. So, back in September, if you think about what themes appeared for you, maybe an old flame came back and you're like, ooh, or ooh. So, or, anything, just think back to what may have been appearing for you. Okay, so hopping ahead a little bit, Venus was getting ready. She takes a long time to get ready because she doesn't actually turn around or go on her trip until October the 5th. So October the 5th is the actual retrograde day. Hi, Audra. Thank you for jumping on tonight and taking the tarot journey. So Venus turned retrograde. This is the time that she was going into the underworld, the time that we are really diving in to take a look at our own processing of love and money and how we value ourselves and how we show others to value us. I know I had some things come up. We had the healing weekend at Star Nations Academy with Polly Joe. That was that weekend of the 4th, 5th, or the 5th, 6th, and 7th.
5th, 6th, and 7th.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We had the healing weekend up there in Toma, Wisconsin at the beautiful Star Nations Academy. And that was pretty powerful.
It really was.
Pretty powerful.
Like diving in.
Mm-hmm. I know on that Saturday night, right in the middle of the weekend, after we concluded for the day and watching a comedy show to kind of lighten up, I went to bed early while the rest of them stayed up, and I was going to journal and just kind of reflect. Well, my spiritual team says no. They just knocked me right out. Right after my bath, I just got knocked out. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for coming on the tarot journey tonight. So, big healing weekend. All right. Now let's go fast forward a little bit to middle of November 16th, as a matter of fact. So, November 16th, she's done with her journey. She's like, I'm done with that. Time to head home. She turns back around. All of the things that she's gathered up in the underworld, all of those sloshing around things, maybe some yucky stuff about love and money and self-appreciation and how you show others to appreciate you, how you model that, sloshing that up. She said, okay, I'm heading out of here. And so she turns direct. So at this time, she also becomes the morning star. Ampo Wachiki, the morning star. She has been the evening star since 2017 in her last retrograde. And so now she is the morning star coming up before the sun. And she is Lucifer, the light bringer. I know that word kind of can be scary to people, but she is the light bringer. Okay. And so why am I talking about it now? That was in November, right? Well, so she just turned around and started going forward again, according to our vantage point. But all of the things that she stirred up and all of the things that she learned in our underworld, and where she spent that time was in our sacral chakra in Scorpio, where we have creativity and passion and creation and elimination, all of those things. So all of those things stirred up maybe for us and started moving forward, all those things that she has learned. And so today, December 17th, she is out of her shadow period. So today, Maybe it hasn't felt like it today. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it was last week, but maybe an aha, something that you have gained, something that you have relearned about love, money, appreciation, self-value. What do you think, Neshi?
For me, oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. Is you know when you start connecting the dots and it's like you get this aha moment, right?
Uh-huh.
That's right now. So
Oh,
so
I know.
at the end of October, beginning of November, my husband was supposed to go on a hunting trip to Colorado. He'd had everything paid already, right? We had just gotten George in September. It was going to be a tough go for me to be here by myself.
Hmm.
And I got honest with him and said, I don't know if I can do this by myself.
Hmm.
You know, I said, just one thing has to not work and everything is going to fall apart.
Hmm.
Do you know what he did?
What'd he do?
He canceled his hunting trip, still took his vacation time. He had 12 days and he stayed home with me. And so he, yeah, we made meals together. We had George to take care of, spend time with mom. Of course, I was still working for Star Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So fast forward to November, the 16th, you said that weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and then that particular weekend is when I realized what this guy just did for me because he went back to work and I felt the absence. I felt the,
Oh.
he's not here to help with this and that. And so, and he was just going back to work. It's not like, he was going away for a week or anything like that. But to me, that is that aha moment of the realization, because Paul and I have been together for 40 years,
Oh.
you know?
Oh.
And so to have that aha moment after 40 years that we're still there for each other in so many ways that and for him to do that for me, pretty special.
I'd say that's absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And so bringing that up today as maybe a cherry on top.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, we just came off a 4-day weekend together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd gotten a break from caregiving in 9 months.
And you got to do your trivia.
I know. And we did so well.
Good.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and I got to sleep. And it's amazing what you can do when you have enough sleep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We have some specials here, and we have a little elf in the background who is going to spin the wheel and randomly choose winners. But I have some prizes that will be given away through the course of the evening. And so first thing I'm going to do is for 2 winners, I will be offering you a 3-card reading in email to be gifted in January when I've got a little time under my belt and a little breathing room after the holiday. So 2 of you will have that. Yay! So you can think of your question now, the winners, when you are announced, and make sure to email me on that. So we also have one lucky winner gets a 15-minute soul power session with me on the phone or in Facebook Messenger. So it's real time live that you get your questions answered, and we look at it energetically and from the spiritual perspective and the soul perspective. We really do some soul work together, one-on-one. So that winner will have that for January. And the last thing I'm going to offer is I love doing jewelry with my business partner. And so we make lots of wonderful things. And so here is a pendant. This is a dragon's vein agate. with power word on it, little talisman. This one says beautiful. And then we have this one with a charm, and it's a little bulldog.
Oh, that is so cute.
Thank you. And then we have this one, this agate slice, this dyed agate. It really is a beautiful color.
Oh, it is.
I'm going to put some pictures in the chat room later. And this one says warrior. So we've got all different kinds that my business partner and I make with R&J Chakra jewelry. And so we will, the elf will choose the winner and the 2 winners. And then I will intuitively choose the right necklace for you. So, yay. There we have some gifts. Now let's get to the drum roll.
Oh, wait. Before you do this, I want to say that those people, whoever you are, who are going to be winning your readings with Julie, she has helped so many people, including me, when I was going through some stuff in 2016, 2017, that her readings were spot on and helped me through a really tough time. And so for those who are going to be winning those readings, I am so happy for you. And the jewelry, I wear their jewelry a lot.
Oh, yay. Look at your
I've got my earrings on. One of them, anyway. One pair. Yeah. All right.
Yes, we make all genuine gemstone and crystal jewelry. So all of those that you saw are genuine crystals, agate slices, to be exact. So let's get started on the readings. Who would like a reading? You can raise your hand in the chat room.
Oh, live readings, guys. So in the chat room, make sure you say card, please.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. As I was shuffling my deck, I always say sacred space for myself when I get on the program before I come online with you, because I need to get myself together. And I also was shuffling my cards, and I was just asking a special blessing for my cards. And literally this one jumped out. So this is our group card tonight. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let me get that in there.
If you tip it forward just a little bit, you won't have any very little glare.
How's that?
It's better.
The page of air. The page of air. Or, and your traditional, I'm using the Angel Tarot tonight. The traditional is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. And so the page is always the messenger of learning, and also a novice. The page is wanting to be a knight, so wanting to have more responsibility. So it's all about all of us doing our due diligence to learn, and think before we speak, right? Do our research before we step out and say, I know all about this. All right, so we have some people already commenting. Let me scroll down and make sure that I get started with, okay, Violet. I see Violet there. And I always shuffle until Spirit pops one out for me. And so here we go for you, Violet. Let me get this to the light. This is the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles, the Master, control over his domain. So it is about, is that a little bit better so it doesn't have so much of a glare? All right. Generous, benevolent, practical. So this is the kind father who says, you can have your pudding after you eat your meat. Kind of like a Santa Claus, but as long as you do your homework, then you can go out and play. So it's work first, play after. But when you play, make sure you indulge. That is for you. Oh, let me scroll back. Okay.
This is Rochelle.
That was for Violet. I'm sorry I didn't put your name up earlier. Okay. So Rochelle says, me? Rochelle wants a card. So I'm a little discombobulated today. I'm sorry, my technical difficulties. The 7 of Earth, or the 7 of Pentacles.
Mhm.
7 is very much a divine number. 7 is for splendor. It is over the hump of doing the planting, and then you have to do the weeding, and then you have to do the fertilizing, and now your plants are growing, and maybe you prune a little bit. Maybe you tie back some branches so they grow straight or they fill out, however that looks like. So, Rochelle, this is the time of doing some pruning and, some pruning and weaving and all of those things. So you are seeing the results of your labors. Now it's time to tweak them a little bit. Now it's time to tweak them. So maybe your personal routine with finances or health or your home or your money, because those are all the domain of Earth. So thank you, Rochelle. Let's see here.
Julie.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Neshi. I need all the help I can get getting
Okay.
right.
I can help you keep track.
Perfect. Okay. This is the King of Air.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I know. I love these cards. It's the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine. So the King of Air cognates to the King of Swords. So it's about being the diplomat. How can you say what you want to say with kindness, but also with your self-confidence and yourself in mind? So when you are thinking, okay, this is what they're giving me. Let's say you're shopping at the local grocery store, whatever that is, and you're going along minding your own business with your little cart, and somebody who's maybe not paying so much attention on the other side bams your cart. Oh, kind of startles the both of you, right? Maybe this person is looking for the olives and you're looking for the ranch dressing because you're both in the salad dressing aisle, and that's where they keep those things. And this person bams your cart. What is your first inkling to say? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I can understand that. But you were the one rammed. And although we want to be open and loving and forgiving, we don't need to take responsibility for what someone else has done. Just say, oh, excuse me, were you looking for this? But not having to apologize. Does that make sense? My team gives me these movies or pictures, and I have to make English words out of them. So I hope that helped you. All righty. Next is
Rob.
Next is Rob. Okay. His name's not coming up. Okay. All right. 3 of Earth, or the 3 of Pentacles. This is all about job well done. Job well done. Hip, hip, hooray. So you have a couple coins in your pocket, you rub them together, you make 3. You can, go out and celebrate. You've got 1 to save, 1 to pay bills, and 1 to spend however you want to. So it's job well done. Here is your reward. Go ye and make merry. Job well done. That's the best message that they're wanting to come through with. Job well done. So hooray there. Yay. Hooray for you.
And Ann Kuhn is next.
Okay. Let me scroll up here so I can make sure we get her. Ann, card, please. All right. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I love how these all pop out for me. Okay. Remember at the start of the show, we had the Page of Air show up for all of us. So this is for you. But the message that's coming through for this one is you don't have to go looking for all of the answers. All you need to do is breathe and turn around, and they will be there. So I'm feeling this kind of scurry energy of, oh, where did I put this? Or where can I find this? Or where was that thing that I was reading the other day? And, oh, I need to find that article again. And I don't know. I'm just feeling that kind of flurry, scurry, worry, and hurry. I've got to find it. They're saying, okay, all you got to do is breathe, put the intention out there. Oh, I need that recipe for this weekend. Okay. And get about doing something else, and then you'll turn around and find it. That is the message for you, Anne. All right.
And Carla Jo is next.
Carla Jo, contributing writer to Star Nations magazine. Tell us about her column.
The Eclectic Pagan's Journey. Carla Jo, yeah, I know. Don't you love that title? She's a solitary witch, and I tell you what, she helps us. Education. She tells us about stuff that, what we're using today and how it got used years ago and generations ago. And she also shares with us lots of times about ceremony and ritual, her own rituals. And yeah, it's good stuff.
And I love her teaching style. I've taken her class, her divination class.
Yeah.
And her teaching style is so conversational and uplifting and sharing from a space of mastership, but also encouragement. It's about, okay, I have learned these things in my many years of experience, and now I'm offering it to you. And if you'd like to hone your skills, I can definitely help you polish them. So thank you, Carla Jo, for all that you do. And let's get you a card. Oh, here we go. For you, it is the Knight of Earth. On a quest. So what kind of new job are you looking at taking? So it could be a vocation that is in the along your career path. It could be a consulting thing, or it could be a brand new journey of you offering your gifts and your talents for a fair energy exchange. I know you do a lot of free things, and I know you love it, but hey, now's some time for some good energy exchanges, a brand new discipline, maybe a brand new offering, a brand new class. So there you go, Miss Carla Jo.
And Amy Daniels is next.
Amy Daniels, okay. Yay. Oh, I like that Christmas tree there.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I love this picture. This is the Two of Air. Maybe I can tilt it up a little bit more. So 2 unicorns with their horns crossed. This is, you have a decision to make, and it's okay. It's okay. There are positives in both directions. Just because you choose one of them doesn't negate the other one. I hope that makes sense. It's a yes and. It's kind of like, well, do you want guacamole or salsa? Well, I don't know. I like them both with my chips. Well, maybe you can have the salsa for your chips and get guacamole with your meal. So this is about a choice, but it doesn't mean that one eliminates the other. That is the message that they want to say. So whatever you are weighing, it doesn't mean that one is negated or one is thrown aside or one is invalidated by the choice that you make. So it's a yes and. It just might be you get one with your appetizer and one with your entree. I hope that makes sense.
Now I'm hungry for guacamole. Okay. So
I know.
Bonnie Foreman is next.
Bonnie Foreman. Hey. Shuffling. Okay. Here we have the page of air.
Wow.
So the page is all about learning. The page is the novice. The page is the apprentice, or is that the right word? A journeyman, one
Yeah.
who is learning a trade or a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the message that's coming through for you, Bonnie, is that whatever work you are doing, whatever industry you are in, you are going to be mentoring. You are going to be getting a journeyman, or someone that you will be mentoring in whatever discipline that might be. It could be a friend in a situation of mentoring that person and taking care of their personal finances, or homemaking, or something along those lines. I don't know what your vocation is, and it's not really giving me whether it is a career wise vocation or a spiritual vocation, or just being a mentor by being alive. You know what I'm saying? Because there are very many folks who are mentors for me on all levels. So a spiritual mentor, a big sister that I never had, that need to give me some practical mentoring that way. So that's what is for you, Bonnie.
And next up is Jackie Long Jadowski.
Okay. I'm going to call you Jackie.
Yeah.
Let me put your name up here. Well, I'm trying. There we go. Whew, technology. Having some difficulties tonight. I have to shuffle the cards until one pops out. So that's what I'm doing as I'm looking down, because they're right underneath here. Okay. The nine of water, or the nine of cups, is the wish card. It's the wish card. So see that whole big ocean where she's swimming around? There are so many possibilities. Turn around, and there's a wish. There's a wish. There's a wish. Just line them all up and say, I'll take that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. String out your wishes. So it's time to sit on Santa's lap, but that Santa is not necessarily a real person, but it's you. Sit on your own Santa's lap and pour out your wishes, and then receive them. That's really the kicker. What we allow ourselves to wish for versus what we allow ourselves to receive. So please, when you wish, receive. You were going to say something, Neshi? I'm sorry.
I didn't want to interrupt you. No, I just was saying that's a beautiful card.
I do like these cards. I like how they resonate with the angel energies, archangels.
Violet says thank you. And next up
You're
is
welcome.
Mary Anderson Fry.
Mary Anderson Fry. Okay. All right, Mary. All right. Let's see here. Shuffling. Okay. Here we have for you is the Two of Earth, or the Two of Pentacles. And this is about balancing. Okay. Balancing, let's say, roles or responsibilities or chores even. So doing a load of laundry while you're also making dinner. But praying over that, asking your spiritual team for assistance so that it is done with joy, or with a sense of accomplishment, rather than I got to do this and I got to do this and I got to do this and I got to do this. And I must say, I'm going to confess that I'm very guilty of, I have my list of this needs to get done and this needs to get done. And so I'm going to go as hard and as long and as fast and get it all done. And I get to the end and I'm like, I got it done, but I'm just like, ooh, I look like I've been rolling in the mud puddle, right? I'm all disheveled and frustrated. So see if we can get through balancing those activities with some joy and a sense of accomplishment. Okay. Thank you, Mary.
And then Debbie Nelson Gebhardt is next.
Debbie! Oh, it's good to see you. I know Miss Debbie. She's here in Indiana with me.
Ooh.
Sweet, sweet lady. Ooh, I like this. This is Unity, Archangel Sandalphon. Sandalphon is the Archangel of Prayer. So all of your prayers, both verbal and in your heart, are heard and received and are celebrated. The 5 of the tarot in the traditional tarot is the Hierophant. And so it is about a spiritual authority. And guess who that spiritual authority is? That's you. There's no one way to pray. There's no one way to believe. And I think that you and Paul talked about that on Paul's show tonight, didn't you?
We certainly did.
So there are many, for myself, this is just myself, there are many ways to get to Chicago. Therefore, I believe there are many ways to experience the divine or divine connection. That's just me. You believe however you want to believe. But this is saying your prayers, both verbal and in your heart, sung or written out or tapped out or drummed, your prayers are heard and welcomed.
Oh.
Your prayers are all right with me. Yes. Okay.
And next is Bonnie Foreman.
Bonnie. Didn't we have Bonnie?
Oh, maybe. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Yep, we did. Yep,
we did. Okay.
And so the next is Linda Groza.
Linda. Well, let me get their name up here so she can see. All righty. Linda. Thank you all for joining tonight on the Tarot Journey. And I can't wait to see when the elves announce the winners for our gifts tonight on the Tarot Journey. Oh, I like this. I like this. Here we go, Linda. This is the 7 of water or the 7 of cups, meaning the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 sacred rites. This is very similar to a reading that we just had, that there is no one way to celebrate your own ceremonies. The ceremonies that were gifted to you through your lineage, the ceremonies that you have learned in your sacred work, the ceremonies that you have been taught, and maybe your upbringing. There is no one way to do that. And especially at this time, they're wanting me to say that especially at this time of when the light of the world is born, whether you celebrate that as Jesus Christo, the Christed one, whether you celebrate that as the Son, the S-U-N is born, or the S-O-N is born, however you celebrate that, it is your ceremony. And one note about that for everyone is that the winter solstice is on December 21st. And I know you and Minnie are going to be talking about that. The very next day is the full moon.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of energy going on.
There's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. So there you go, Linda.
Okay, so next up is Barbie Cornell. Barbie.
She's a sweet lady, and she makes wonderful peanut butter cake. Oh. Okay. This is the 6 of air, or the 6 of swords, and it is about a journey, a mental journey. So think of your favorite novel or your favorite stories, or maybe you watch Netflix series or something along those lines. Whatever series This is the time for a plot twist. Instead of going left, it's time to go right. So the plot twist is for your life. And if you say, well, I like the way I'm going, well, it doesn't have to mean that you, instead of going to the market, you decide that you're going to, I don't know, go to the park. You could go to the park via the market. You know what I'm saying? You can twisty, windy way around. But it is time for a new direction because Spirit is going to be leading you into something new, that there is a gift for you to find. So maybe that is one of those, the pennies from heaven. You know those, Neshi? The
Yes,
pennies from heaven.
Yeah.
So you're just minding your own business. That's me. I'm minding my own business. And oh, there's a feather on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are some of your signs that happen?
God. Today on the way home, there was a bald eagle standing on the edge of the road.
On your road?
It was on a highway coming to home.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
We were coming home, and it was actually just standing there, and I was thinking, now there's a couple crows, and so there's probably, a roadkill or something in the area, but still, it's like, you don't hardly ever see a bald eagle just standing off on the shoulder of a road.
I'm like, hey, Neshi, welcome home.
I know. It's been big medicine.
Wow. That's so awesome.
It's a big bird. Yeah.
And says, thank you. You are welcome. Rob says, thank you. You are welcome. Carla says, you're making me blush. Oh, you totally deserve it.
Yeah.
It's totally true.
Mm-hmm.
Barbie says, I told Carla Joe I would drive anywhere to teach classes. Drive her anywhere. Yeah. Yes, she is such an accomplished teacher. Very natural. Ooh, look. She's setting up a series on the pagan deities for next spring. The Night of Earth makes complete sense. Yay!
Yay for you.
Excellent. Right. Amy says, perfect sense. You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah. And then Rob is asking for a card for a friend of his, Melissa.
Okay. Card for a new friend, Melissa, who will be listening in the archives. Let me shuffle. The Four of Fire. The Four of Fire. This is commitment. This is being sure and endurance. So it's about tending the fire, but making sure the fire is fed with a proper amount of fuel. So the right amount of kindling, the right amount of big pieces so that the fire keeps going and that it's fed and not letting it get choked or not letting it turn to ash too quickly so that it is steady. That is the message for Melissa. Steadiness, steadying that fire. Yeah. So there you go.
Good one.
Yeah. And Bonnie says, thank you. Jackie says, thank you. Mary says, thank you. Oh, Debbie says, you're so kind. You're welcome. Mary's saying hi. You are welcome, Miss Debbie. And so Mary is asking for Shelby if she would like a reading or he would like a reading. Just comment. So I'm going to, do I need to scroll up and see if?
Shelby has not yet.
Okay. Hi, Miss Sonia. I'm glad you're here. Yes, better late than never. I appreciate
Hmm.
you being here. Marie would like a card. Marie would like a card. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Yes. Okay. Marie, yours is the Queen of Air or the Queen of Swords. This is emotional intelligence. So the first and foremost is trust your emotions. You are exactly on point. So whatever you are feeling about the situation or about your question or about your circumstance or whatever tinglings you're getting about a person, yes, they are valid. That's what they want me to say is yes, it is valid, completely valid. So it is up to you then to decide if the drama llama is loose. Now that you know, do you want to dance with that or do you want to say, no, thank you, I'm going to go to a different party? So you are on point with that. That's what they want to say there.
Hmm. And then Sonia. Sonia's next.
Yeah. Okay. Let me put Sonia's up here. Come on now. I'm trying to get it up there.
The studio.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Didn't want to come out yet. Okay. This is renewal for you, Sonia. Renewal. And in the standard tarot deck, that is the Judgment card. So it is about calling forth your gifts, renewing your gifts, renewing your commitment to practicing your gifts and doing the work that is yours to do because nobody else can do it. It's up to you. And that's good news. It's up to you. And it's also responsibility. It's up to you. So renewing your gifts. There you go, Sonia. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. And just so you know, that it's okay if you're going to go over a bit because we're near the top of the hour, but you still have a few people here for cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is the next one Dina?
Next one's Dina.
Yay. All righty. Dina. This one has come up again. So here we have the Page of Air.
Oh.
The Page of Swords. This is the messenger. This is the novice. This is the journeyman, the one who is learning a trade to apply it. So the training that you are doing is going to develop into a useful skill or habit or gift that you can use to help assist and heal others. So whether it's a spiritual gift or whether it is a personal gift or a discipline for maybe a job, if you're going to school for higher education, something along those lines, it is going to definitely pay off. Stay with it. That's what they want to say there.
Good one for Dina. Okay. Next one is Angela Amotuli.
Okay. All right. Okay. Eight of Earth or Eight of Pentacles. You can rest for a couple minutes and survey what you have accomplished. Your final achievement is on the horizon. So this is right when you're walking through the orchard and you see the apples are growing, they're growing, but they're not quite ripe yet. even the squirrels haven't touched them yet, but you can see them.
Hmm.
So keep hoeing the fields and keep picking up the leaves and keep pruning just a little bit longer, a little bit longer. It's about to all pay off.
Wow.
There you go.
Good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it looks like we have one last card that came in. Person Bonnie Barton is the next card up.
Oh, you're welcome, Dina. Love doing this. Yay. Bonnie Barton. Marie says, wow, thank you. Bonnie Barton. If you have time, I would love one. Yes. And will this be our last card?
Yes, I think it looks like that.
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is the 5 of water. This is coming to the end of a process or a learning situation or maybe even a relationship. There is still good with some of the disappointment. So the disappointment, I feel, is active in you, and that's okay. It's okay to honor the disappointment of this didn't quite run its course the way that I intended it to, or that I put forth the effort of it, but there are nuggets of goodness and love and light and healing in there. It might just take a little bit to grieve and then open your heart to the good nuggets that are there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then you can walk away with fullness in your heart. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you are welcome. Debbie, you are welcome. And I think that does bring us to the top of the hour. Mm-hmm. One last thing I wanted to share with all of you. And are we going to do the winners? Okay.
Yep.
You're shaking your head, yes.
Yes, I am.
So one last thing, and I'm going to give this a solo, is this year in review journal topics. So I know a lot of times when you're doing journaling work, especially at the end of a calendar year, maybe want you to focus on the year, positives, negatives, etc. Well, I'm proposing a little broader, maybe a little more in-depth, maybe a little more creative. So these are 5 topics that you can explore if you would like to. So what brand new experience did you have in 2018? Something you've never done before. Maybe it's a new food that you have tried. Maybe it's a new place that you went. Maybe it's a different time of day that you went to this particular place. Maybe it is bringing a friend to this place or doing a new activity, something new, a brand new experience. The second thing you can think about is what you have personally refined or renewed within yourself or in your world or in your circumstances or in your spiritual practice, in your personal practice. Did you pick up something from 20 years ago that you thought, maybe I'll write again? And so you started writing poetry, you picked up a brush and now you're painting again. Something along those lines. What have you refined and renewed? Especially over the summer, we had all those planets in retrograde, and then we just talked about Venus in retrograde. So it's a lot to review and renew. The third thing I invite you to look at is what souvenir have you picked up along the way for yourself? And this is similar to the brand new experience, but it doesn't have to be from a brand new place. It could be an attitude or a word or a thought or a tchotchke or a t-shirt or something, a souvenir for yourself that you have picked up along the way in 2018. Something that you will use to treasure that memory. Number 4, what have you gifted to another person this year? What do you think is your most memorable gift to another person this year? It could be a smile or a hug or money or a tchotchke or a t-shirt or taking them on a trip. But what gift have you given to another this year? And lastly, what have you done that is something good for you? Now, it could be enjoyable good, like, oh, I took myself to the movies, or I ate pancakes and I normally don't. Or it could be that you decided, I'm not going to drink sodas anymore. So you're not drinking sodas anymore. You're choosing a different beverage, or I'm going to walk or go to the gym, or I'm going to learn to play an instrument or paint, something you have done that is good for you. So those are some year in review topics. Oh, wow. We're coming to the end of our time tonight. So we've got some winners, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, you do.
Winners.
Right.
So we have our elf in the background.
Yeah, I do have them listed for you in the team chat.
Oh, okay. I guess I need to look at that. Pardon me.
That's okay. I thought maybe you should be the one reading the winners. Okay.
Yay! Okay, here we go. Violet Colby. You get a chakra empowerment necklace. Can you type those in, Neshi?
Sure, I can do that. Mm-hmm.
All righty. Congratulations, Violet. I can't wait to put my intuition to use and get you this necklace. We'll see what comes up for you. Becca Mata, you get a 3-card tarot reading. Yay! Excited. So email me your question and I'll get that to you in January for the new year, okay? So if there's a question on your heart, we can explore that. And we're going to get my email address into the chat as well. Let me see if I can write that in there. The Tarot Journey at, I didn't spell that right. Journey at Gmail. Oh, heavens. Let's see if I get that right. Here we go. So winners, please email me. All right. So that was Violet for the Chakra Empowerment Necklace. Becca Mata for the 3-card tarot reading. Amy Daniels, congratulations on your 15-minute soul power session. Yay. We'll do that in January. But please email me. Debbie Gabby, you get a chakra power necklace. Ooh, and I get to deliver it to you. I know where you work. Yay. And Mary Anderson Fry gets a 3-card tarot reading. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, and congratulations. Bonnie says, for myself, I'm getting some teeth done in 2019. Oh, well, I hope that is good and positive for you and empowering, yes. So winners, please email me at thetarotjourney@gmail.com. And for Violet, I will need to get your address so I can send that to you. And it may be after the holiday, I'm just saying. Okay. And the readings will definitely be in the new year. In the new year. And Debbie, of course, I know where you work, so I can get yours to you. Yay!
And could you do me a favor, Julie, and just say again why you're doing the giveaways?
Why I'm doing the giveaways? It's viewer appreciation night. I just appreciate all of you for taking the tarot journey with me, our support and tuning in, and the work that we do together while we are on the third Monday of every month, right? We come together and we do soul work. We talk about the tarot, we talk about astrology, we talk about energy and healing. We do soul work. So thank you all for taking the tarot journey with me. Did we get all of the winners in the chat?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So as I close the show, I always do. I've done this since my very, very first broadcast. Why? Because I really wanted to have something like a cherry on top. But I don't mean it flippant like that, but really something to close with solemnly and uplifting and empowering, because that is my work, Soul Path Empowerment. So for all of you who are joining us now or in the archives, from my heart to yours, may the peace that surpasses all human understanding go with each and every one of you. Om Shanti, and good night.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.